Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, March 15th, 2020. Italy. We are a bit shocked. Italian on life under coronavirus lockdown. From Milan to Palermo in Sicily. And few people are even venturing out for a coffee in the local bar. Bar Il Sant'Andrea is something of a barometer for the liveliness of Orvieto, a hilltop town of about 4,000 people in Italy's central Umbria region. On a typical morning, it would be buzzing with customers having coffee, chatting or reading the newspapers. On Tuesday, however, as news that the whole of Italy was to be put under lockdown sucking only a handful of regulars calling. Thinking about it this way, said the barman Francesco Maggi. On Sunday, 5 of us were working. Today, there is only one. The Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte told 60 million Italians late on Monday to stay at home, as the government introduced measures unprecedented in peacetime to contain Europe's worst outbreak of the coronavirus. Conte's message is starting to reverberate the hashtag Io sto a casa, I stay at home, accompanied by images of the home-cooked meals of a good book, has been shared by thousands on social media. In Orvieto, a town heavily dependent on tourism, bars and shops were already laying down duct tape to ensure customers stand at least a meter apart before Monday night's announcement. The mood on Tuesday morning was sober but, unlike in other places across Italy, there was no sense of panic. People were walking around, some wearing masks or with scarves wrapped around their mouths. People are definitely taking it more seriously, said Federico Badia, a showmaker. They are staying home and only going out if it's necessary, but I am very worried about the future of a little town like Orvieto, as most of the businesses survive on tourism. If the season doesn't start in a month or so, I don't think we'll be having a season at all. Other inhabitants were perplexed by the quarantine rules. It's very confusing, said Tony De Baella, a US resident. You have to stay home, but you can go to a bar. Transportation is running, but you are not supposed to go anywhere. Under the quarantine regulations, all forms of public gathering, including sporting events, have been abandoned, as have weddings and funerals. Theaters, cinemas, museums, gyms, spas, and ski resorts have been closed. Only bars and restaurants can open, but only between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Travel is to be avoided unless it is for urgent, verifiable work situation and emergency health reasons. This is not an emergency shutdown like in China, said Matteo Renzi, a former prime minister and the leader of Italia Viva, one of the parties that makes up the government majority. There is space for movement for people who have urgent needs. We need to reduce the contagion to a minimum, not only because of the death rate, but also because the impact on the health system is colossal. Intensive care units are filling up, and if you have a stroke or heart attack, you can be treated. Life in major cities, including Rome, Milan, and Venice, has come to a standstill. You can really see the difference in Rome today compared to yesterday, said Sabina Colombo, a consultant who works from home. It is very quiet. If I go out wear plastic gloves, I couldn't find a face mask anywhere. In this type of situation, there has to be a sense of civic responsibility and the punishment for people who don't respect the rules. Those who do break them don't care about the elderly dying, or those with cancer and the low immunity. Kelly Medford, a US artist living in Rome, said, there has definitely been a change of mood over the last 24 hours. I think you are all a little bit shocked as they really hits home just how dire the situation is. In southern Italy, the region of Campania had the highest number of the coronavirus cases as of Monday, with 126, followed by Sicily with 60. Shortly after news of the lockdown broke, hundreds of people poured into one of the few supermarkets in the Sicilian capital of Palermo that's open 24 hours. By Tuesday morning, the streets of the city were mostly silent, apart from the hubbub at supermarkets and chimneys, as people joined along queues to buy essentials such as water, pasta, and disinfectant. Stress, confusion, and anxiety about the virus and the new rules was palpable. I wore a face mask for the first time this morning, and saw other people wearing them too, said Federica Montalba, an education coordinator. What we saw on TV yesterday has arrived here today. I am not afraid of catching the virus, but I am afraid of the passing in on to my family, who live an hour from here. I haven't visited them since the first case was recorded in Palermo. What worries me most are people and their ignorance. Some people have not yet understood that we are facing an emergency and continue to act as if nothing has happened. As the number of coronavirus cases across Italy continues to rise, Simona D'Alessi, a doctor at Palermo's Benfratelli Hospital, said there was a risk of the very high contagion in hospitals. We are running out of the masks and the gloves. People keep coming to the emergency room. Doctors can take holidays because they are emergency and the people need us. But I don't know how long we can go on like this. Right now, in Italy is the worst place in the world. Not China, it's Italy. And China, the coronavirus, the center is Wuhan, but China don't does not no, didn't close the lockdown the whole nation. In Italy, yes. In Italy, almost 10,000 people infected to coronavirus. 1,000 die in Italy. You know, almost 1,000 die in Italy. Is that high? As the number is very very high. It's very very dangerous right now in Italy. No, after China. Italy is the great problem in the world. Many people can have traveled to Italy or returned to Italy right now in Mexico, Brazil, and Peru, Ecuador, took this the Italian virus, to their countries. Right now is a pandemic. It's not only epidemic, it's a pandemic, because many countries in the world have coronavirus. Almost 100 countries in the world, in the 5 continents. I think this fight against the coronavirus in this part in the world is only begin. Is only begin. In the China is the good news. After many days, the weeks, the rise the contamination. Right now is down. The numbers shows this case is on down. No, it's a great, it's a wonderful news. But so it's very complicated to combat this virus. I think this we need the more time, more months. So it's very important. Wash the hands. Wash the hands. No, only during 1 minute. Soap, water, alcohol. No, for this avoid this virus. It don't touch the mouth, the eyes. It don't touch the nose. Mouth, nose, eyes. Don't touch. Wash the hands. Thank you very much for watching my new video. Give a like in this video, share it, subscribe it on my channel. It's very important. It's please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow or another day with the other interesting news. Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, good night. See you soon.